everybody, what's going on? This is Joe from Sound Vibes Live, episode number 5. It is coming right at you from Jensen Beach. Let me tell you, I've been waiting for this one for a long time. I got her. I finally got her. I reeled her in, man. Let me tell you, this is going to be a fun podcast. This woman is nothing but humble, has a lot of love, very friendly, very beautiful. And we're going to go ahead and do an introduction. But before we do that, I'm going to, guys, kind of put you a little bit on the edge here. I want to go ahead and say a very special thanks for the previous field interviews I did. Of course, with Time Bombed, a tribute to Rancid. We had a great time with that. So, gentlemen, thank you so much. I'm going to see you on Halloween in Fort Lauderdale. I can't wait. And a really good interview I had, too, in the punk rock ska scene was Bomb the Algorithm. You guys were fantastic. Mr. Ben and 561. There's a funny story with that interview. And I think Ben and Bomb the Algorithm know exactly what happened. So if you guys see me out there, ask me the story, or you never know, maybe you'll be pulled out the podcast. But by the way, guys, Ben, I got a second chance, okay? So I thank you for all the field interviews. Very, very nice. And of course, I want to say a special thanks to Maddie Inc. and JC down in Fort Lauderdale. They gave me the encouragement to start getting into these podcasts. They taught me everything about the equipment, the technology, the talking mechanisms, and everything. Guys, I love you. You're awesome. God bless you, Maddie Inc. And follow them. Follow them. You got to follow Maddie Inc. It's Matt Ryan. I'm going to go ahead and give you the link later. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get to it, man. Thank you, everybody. 561, all you guys. All right, so, guys, here we are, man. As I continue to blabber away, we have an unbelievable special guest. She is always around in the music scene, especially the reggae roots, and you're going to see her pretty much throughout the whole entire state. She's very, very well-known on the Treasure Coast, the Space Coast, Southwest Florida, St. Petersburg. She's an unbelievable merchandiser. She's a promoter. She is the symbol of this reggae rock explosion. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce the legend, the woman, the power, the strength, the energy. She will kick your butt, too, in a loving way. Here we are. We welcome Ms Marina. Let's go. Let's go. Ms Marina Kelley. Ms Marina Kelley, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you so much for the coming over here. Yeah, looking good. Guys, stay tuned at the end, okay? There's going to be a little arm wrestling and everything. So, Ms. Marina, thank you so much for coming up to Jensen Beach. And I know I've been waiting to talk to you for a long, long time. And how was your drive up? Everything was fine?
Oh, yeah, typical Florida, so, you know.
Yeah, I guess my instructions were pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Got caught in the flooding rain down in Fort Lauderdale, so I'm glad that we all made it here. We do have some of our favorite people with us in the back. I got my father here. We got drumming with Cam in the back, so there are support mechanism. In fact, that's the tour bus that rolled up. I thought there was going to be a whole bunch of young women coming out of there, like, oh, Joe, but I get these two.
My apologies, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Ms. Marina, thank you so much. You just got back from Las Vegas Reggae Rise Up.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us, how was that experience? You were working the tables, working with the bands?
Yeah, I mean, it was absolutely incredible to be able to even go to Vegas and do that Reggae Rise Up, because I've done Reggae Rise Up Florida the last 4 years, and this was my first time going out to Vegas to do it. I hadn't been out there in 8 years, so it was great to be back. It was really cool to see people out there that I do know, some familiar faces, but then also seeing just how far Sugar Shack's reach was incredible. You know, I had people from all over talking about, oh my gosh, we want to make it down to a session. We've been watching for years. I had this one guy, I think it was my favorite. He was like, yeah, I told my wife I got front row tickets to Soja. She came downstairs and I had it on the projector. Sugarshack Sessions, baby. And I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you have really brought that up and everything. I mean, we were all watching the Instagram and all of a sudden it was Reggae Rise Up Las Vegas. Right. I'm like, I see you coming on the stage with some kind of cannon. I'm like, oh my God. Like, what the hell is this girl going to, what is she going to shoot out of that damn thing? You're on the stage and you're ready to shoot something out of there. There's about, I don't know, maybe like 1,000 people in the audience. You're by yourself. Tell us, what the hell did you shoot out of that cannon, and how did it make you feel having all those people watching you?
It was crazy. I'm really blessed to have the connections that I do in this industry, and Phil, who's in charge of our merch over at Sugarshack, he had to take off Saturday night. And so then it was left in my hands. Everything. All of it. But I've got some friends, and my buddy Josh stepped in. He said, if you want to go catch a set, you let me know. If you need to go to the bathroom, you let me know. You need to get food, you let me know. I asked him, I said, would it be okay if I catch the 45-minute set for Bumpin' Uglies? He said, yep, on my way.
That's how it worked. You were at the merch table in Vegas, and they just came up to you like, hey, do you want to go on stage?
No, I was able to get side stage. And from there, I ran into my buddy Huber. And he asked if I wanted to shoot the T-shirt cannon. I thought he was messing with me. I had no idea. I didn't know that they were just going to let everybody that was up there, their friends, just go up there and take a turn. And so next thing I know, Huber's got his phone out. He's putting the cannon on me. And he's like, all right, you're going to walk out there. You're going to tilt up. You're going to push this button. And that was the only instruction that I got. I was shaking. I literally was watching my shirt just pounding. I had a lot of power in my hands at that moment, and I'm not somebody that touches the stage. I work in the business side of this industry. So to be able to go on stage was unreal.
And you said that was the Bumpin' Ugly set, right?
Yeah, that was Bumpin'
Uglies.
Uglies.
45 minutes into the show or before it,
No, their set was 45 minutes.
45 minutes, okay.
So within that 45-minute span, I was able to do something that was just absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, so they're playing, and that's when you kind of did it halfway through.
Yep.
And that's when did they introduce your name?
No, it was while they were playing their song, but it was one of the newer songs too. It was super nice to be able to get up there. I think I blacked out, not gonna lie, so thank God there's a video of me doing it. But it was really cool. It was a full circle moment. My dad put me on Bumpin' Uglies, so to be able to go do that about 10 years later, that was just like a full circle moment. I sent it to my dad immediately. It was like, look what I just did.
It's hilarious because you come on that stage. You look like Rambo, man. It's like you're walking with this freaking cannon on your shoulder. And I'm like, okay, she going to be shooting dynamite out of the thing or a freaking rocket and a rocket launcher? Yeah, but it's a T-shirt. You shot that. Was there a big fight over that T-shirt?
Oh, my God. It's insane. You shoot it. You're watching it go up. And then as soon as it goes down, there's just a crowd of people running at it.
Right.
But I tried to shoot it where I was standing in the crowd before I went side stage because gotta give back somehow.
And that was everybody cheering when they're like, okay, here comes the T-shirt. And was everybody going,
yeah, I saw in the video because like I said, I blacked out a little bit, but I saw in the video there were people that were like, whoa.
We loved
There were some people pointing like, oh, I know her. And I was like, oh, this is crazy.
Of course, my drumming with Cam, he texted me. He's like, dude, did you see this video? I looked at it. It was fantastic, man. So I'm glad you had a good time at RRU. You were doing your merchandising, your work, shaking hands and everything like that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, you are amazing working that merch table, man. Let me tell you, over at, especially at the Sugarshack and other shows. It's funny, though, you're talking about the merchandise. Reggae Rise Up, St. Petersburg. By the way, guys, Marina and I were big reggae roots, reggae rock fans. We see each other all the time. By the way, I met Marina. I just don't even know when I met her.
I know. I was racking my brain trying to think of when we actually met.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, how did I meet this girl? The only thing I can remember is maybe being in the front somewhere and you were there, then we would talk.
You see Joe break one of these out, you know exactly who it is.
By the way, how would you rank my dancing, like 1 through 10?
I think 10. It exceeds the scale, Joe.
Like, do the eyebrows kind of, vibe, when I'm moving? That's important.
You're moving and grooving. You're having a time. You're spinning around. It's contagious. And you don't take it too seriously. You're just having fun, and it's palpable. So everybody around you is having just as much fun.
Well, that's why I love going to these type of shows. These, I'm not going there, to drink and get drunk and chase women around or anything like that.
Right.
I just like to go there.
Yeah.
It's a sound therapy.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's like someone wants to go work out in the gym. Somebody wants to watch a football game and, play chess or bingo. I think that hours is more like just to get that sound therapy.
Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
Absolutely. The human body is made up of 60% of water. So I always say that would you agree that sound frequencies makes everything, right?
Oh, yeah.
Explain that, like the sound of the music, how it makes you feel, what does it make people do and everything? Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yep. It's kind of like somebody throws a rock, okay, into the water. You see the
ripple
rippling effect. that's the sound frequency.
Mm-hmm.
And it's getting into your dopamine. You're releasing dopamine. It's getting into your cerebral. And, your nerves are coming down. The smile is on your face. And you're just kind of having a good time, vibing and relaxing. In the mainstream, they do it different. Okay, that's a different sound hertz, which is meant to cause negative things, but that's a whole different story and everything. But yeah, I think we just kind of met through the music venues and just talked and talked and talked. And I was like, eventually I'm going to go ahead and do an interview or a podcast. Here you are and everything. So amazing. So Marina, where were you born? Where are you from? We want the whole 1 trillion people who are watching right now. We want to know. Mm-hmm.
So I was born over here in Southeast Florida. I grew up in Jupiter. It was one of those funny things where come my senior year of high school, there was all these kids that were like, oh man, I can't wait to leave Jupiter. And I thought they were crazy for that. Jupiter is a beautiful place. Don't move here. We don't need more. But it's stunning. And I went off to college. I went over to FGCU over on the west coast of Florida. And come my senior year, that's how I got acquainted into the music scene and met the Sugarshack crew and really started working with them a little bit more. Ended up wanting to do a master's over at Full Sail University. So I went and lived a year in Orlando doing that program. Went back to Fort Myers and then had a life-changing event that brought me back over to the East Coast. And now I'm back living in Jupiter, which is fabulous.
Oh my God, you've been like all around the state and everything.
Oh, yeah.
North, south, south. You said you had a master's?
Yeah, I got a master's degree in entertainment business over at Full Sail University.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, you are very, very good at entertainment, for your whole entire occupation, what you do. I mean, it works.
I appreciate
You show
that.
up, people flock around you, you give out the information, and, you'll do your little, your conversation, the dance, and just having a good time. So you're excellent at what you do. And what was the motivation? I mean, you said that were you ever an artist or anything like that? Or?
No, I do not play any instruments. I cannot sing. But I've always been fascinated by
if
it.
you want to sing right now, you could try.
Not really my thing.
Go for it. I mean, there's
I'd get flamed by the entire internet if I tried, Joe, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Didn't Justin Bieber get discovered on the internet when he was kind of singing a little song?
But he's good.
I'll tell you right now, man, my singing is terrible too, man. Oh, God, if I even try to let out a little tune, this whole studio, the glass would break, man. This whole place would catch on fire. So I'm definitely not a singer or an artist. But what made you decide to say that, hey, okay, if I'm not an artist, if I'm not a musician, okay, what am I going to do with this degree?
Right.
What was the motivation? What kind of drew you in to saying, hey, I want to work with these musicians and these promotion companies? What was the motivation for that?
I think it came down to 2 things specifically. It was my last semester at FGCU, my undergrad, and I was going to be graduating with a communication degree. I was very broad, and I didn't really know where to take it from there. And my brother had called me up. He's 3 years older, and my family's very tough love, which gets through to me.
So mine. They kicked my ass.
Oh,
man.
yeah. But sometimes you need it, and it's coming from a place of love. So he called me up and was like, what are you doing with your life? And I was like, oh, I don't. And he was just cutting me off. Every time I'd answer and it was something like kind of bullshit, he would just cut me off. Keep going.
Song? He goes, this is a video like, what are you going to do with your life? And what did you say? I'm gonna rock.
But I didn't know I was gonna rock yet, Joe. And so I was just kind of telling him, I was like, I don't know. And he was like, well, what do you care about? And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, what do you give a shit about in life? And like, I was like, music. I care about music. And he was like, well, you're not a musician. What are you gonna do? People work in the business side. I can maybe work in the business side. And he goes, okay, how are you gonna get there? So I don't know. He goes, research, look it up today. And that's when I found Full Sail University and realized that if I go get a master's in one of these programs, I can take myself to that point where I can actually work in the music industry and be taken seriously, because there's a lot of people that were doing it long before I ever realized that was what I wanted to do. So I had a lot of learning, a lot of catching up to do. But it was that mixed with, again, just seeing other people doing it, other women specifically, and going, okay, well, if they broke in and they're doing it, there's no reason why I can't either. And so that was my driving factor of getting into the business side of the music industry.
You know, once again, I keep saying on this podcast here, you're very, very good at what you do. I think it's all about the interaction.
Absolutely.
Not just standing up in the back going, hey, I'm going to talk to this guy at the end or this artist and everything. You are in the front all the time. You are there. You're. By the way, thank you so much for helping me film Brothers Within, that little interview we did up there.
Totally.
Yeah, so it was fantastic. Thank you so much. I mean, like, so you're in there. Everybody's kind of, circling you. You're giving out the information and everything. What was your very, very, very first experience that you said, hey, this is an incident that just happened to me. I'm going to go for it. What was that moment that you met somebody out there or?
Yeah, I still, when I was living over on the west coast of Florida, my brother was friends with this girl, Carla. And Carla was a role model for me because she was the only woman working for Sugarshack at the time. And she was doing communications for them and marketing as well. And I wanted to be friends with her so bad. And my brother was like, after he had that conversation with me where he really drilled in, like, what are you doing with your life? And I figured out this is what I wanted to do. He kind of olive branched and was like, I'm going to introduce you to Carla. And from that point, Carla, I mean, her career was just soaring. And she's working for Spotify, living in Nashville and doing the damn thing. And so when she knew she was leaving, she kind of did this really cool thing where it was like, I'm out. Here's Marina.
Oh, way.
And so I got to work a few different roles within the Shack. I also got an internship when I was at Full Sail where I was doing A&R. And I got to work with Dale and the Z-Dubs. And that was a really cool experience.
I love those guys,
and really get to meet people in that scene when I was living in Orlando. And so I think just working with different bands. I mean, when I moved back here, I was working with Brothers Within. I got them on the Sunfest lineup.
You did? I didn't know that.
I've got connections with Sunfest. So it was just using the connections that I've made in life, not to just like propel myself up, but to really work with them to do something that was really cool for both of us. And I loved doing that. So that was where I was like, okay, I could actually probably do something with this, right? I have these connections and I can call on these people and I can potentially work some really cool jobs. I think of it like going into an ice cream store and just being like, I want to try all the flavors, So that's what I've been doing. And it's brought me to do some really cool things in life.
Well, I tell you, I mean, it just kind of matches your style. You're a very relaxed, humble woman and everything. So it kind of matches up with all the performers and artists and the reggae rock scene and the reggae roots and all that. So the combination, it is perfect. And I love all those artists, those reggae rock. The reason why I say that, they are so organic and they are so wholesome. And all of them, they don't drink.
No, they're very genuine, real people.
There's no alcohol abuse or drug abuse and everything. And they're just wholesome. And they all got families and, babies, kids and everything. And I like that, man. I really, really do. And these guys will literally come off stage or they'll wait for you in the back and they're waiting to talk and shake hands. Why is that? I mean, like, why is this type of music, you see these type of artists compared to other types of music? What is the driving force for that?
I think a lot of bands in our scene have no problem wanting to meet the public and shake hands and hear the stories. And even working with Sugarshack, when I'm behind the booth, there's people that come up all the time and watching Sugarshack saved my life or hearing your music saved my life. And it's the power that these people are giving others. I think that's where a lot of them as creatives have no problem going out there and hearing the stories, shaking the hands, having the hugs, taking the pictures, following on Instagram, and just doing all these things that really make them feel included in what they're doing and feel a part of it. And I think it's beautiful to watch, and that's why I specifically work in this niche of reggae music, because I think these people are just so wholesome, genuine, caring, selfless, and they want to give back.
I see that too. I mean, of course, once again, I'm not an artist. The only thing I cared about in high school was the football game and the party. And, my dad is like, dude, you should pick up an instrument. I'm like, nah, I ain't going to do that. But now I wish at this particular age that I did. However, just like you, I had that motivation to say that, hey, I go to a lot of these shows. I love the music. It relaxes me. I want to get my my finger or my feet a little bit wet here and see what I could do. So, with the respect and the wholesomeness of these guys, they're giving me the time for their little interviews. And I really appreciate that, guys, as I called all your names and everything like that. Just wholesome. And I love the fact that you go to all these different venues, you know, the big ones, Reggae Rise Up, all the way to the small local venues. You will always see all ages from 7. I've seen 5-year-olds with the headphones on and all the
Yep.
way up to 75, 80 years old in the crowd, and everybody's one.
Yep.
Why is that? Why do you see all ages there?
Well, I think I mean, looking back, right? Like my dad took me to my first reggae show when I think I was like 9 years old.
No way.
He took me, one of my best friends, my brother, and one of his best friends. My brother's only 3 years older. I'm 26 right now.
26.
So we went to this show, and Revolution was headlining, Pacifier was on, and so was the Expendables. And that was something where my dad was the only quote-unquote adult, you know, with a group of 4 kids, and he loved doing that for us. He would take us to shows all the time. And I think it really helped shape, obviously, what I do in life. My brother was in a band in college. You know, he didn't take it further than that, but they were killers. So, like, I think it really did bring that side of music into our creativity side. Where, you know, now, like, I don't make music, but I make my Music Monday videos versus, you know, my brother, he did the whole band thing. He still plays guitar. He loves it, you know? But I think it's one of those where it's a comfortable crowd to bring your kids. And even when I was side stage for Bumpin' Uglies, there was this little girl, and she was trying to get away from the sun. So I shifted where I was standing so that my shadow was blocking her. And I was like, you good? And she was like, yeah, thank you. But it's like, you know, it's killer to see them out in these spots that you wouldn't, you know, typically see kids maybe in other genres.
It was funny. We went to Sunfest about a year and a half ago. Sarah Nation. Okay,
Love
Bianca.
them.
Bianca, love her.
I love her.
I'm going to see her next month. And she said she will talk to me and you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, it was so cool to see there was a kid. It was 90 degrees outside. He was dying in the heat. There was sun, cement. And literally, she comes out and has this like little tarp, or it just kind of places over him like a little tent. And the lead singer at the time, he gave her the little kid's sunglasses. So they're making everybody really happy.
Yeah.
And they're making sure the crowd is having a good time.
take care of
Any
their
kind of
people.
discrepancy, they'll actually stop the show and everything. Just wholesome, unbelievable, beautiful people. And once again, the music just vibes. Guys, you got to check out. Go to a Reggae Rock show, Reggae Roots. And I keep telling everybody, support local music, not just reggae. Support it all.
Absolutely.
Indie, country, even if it's a polka band playing down the street at a bingo hall. Go support them.
Dang right.
My dad's here, right, Dad?
Absolutely.
You gonna go to the bingo hall tonight? The polka women?
I've been there.
Oh, they're looking pretty good, man. By the way, that's my father in the back, Christopher Mazzella. He's a performer too. He sings, he acts, he dances. He's a choreographer, just like my mom. And make sure you check out the Barn Theater. Okay, look them up. The Barn Theater. You're gonna find all the great musicals you have ever seen. So check them out and all that. Thanks, Dad. And when you're ready for a concert, Marina, I, and Cameron will help. We'll go ahead and body paint you.
Yeah, we'll do it.
We'll put the green on you, and we'll put like little marijuana flowers on you.
I'll
We'll-
lift you up on my shoulders so you get a good view.
Yeah, you'll be on the shoulder and everything. Great. Mom would love that. Okay. And I think that's really cool that you have your father. That's right. We saw over Sarah Nation again. We saw a cash
Right.
down in Fort Lauderdale. Your father was there.
My dad was there.
God, he's a really nice guy and
Oh,
everything.
he's the man.
Tell us a little bit more about your dad, because I've seen him on your social media many times, and you guys are interacting. You guys are very close, right?
Oh, yeah. He doesn't even have social media, so he either moves through my mom or I have to just text him everything, which I have no problem doing because he's super supportive of everything that I do. He's definitely one of my best friends. I'll give him that. And I specifically took him to that show that we saw you at because I have a tattoo that says every lesson is a blessing to the soul. It's a cashed out lyric in my dad's handwriting.
Oh my God, I didn't
So
know that. When
that's
did you
where-
get that?
Oh my gosh, maybe like 2 years ago
Maybe
at this
if you-
point.
I don't know if the camera could pick it up and everything. And what does that say again, Marina?
Every lesson is a blessing to the soul.
That's cashed out. That's
Yeah.
cashed out.
From Give Back.
Yeah, and that's beautiful. I'm so happy that your father gets to attend. He's a great guy, and
Oh,
we're
he's fabulous.
we're looking forward to seeing him again too.
Yeah,
You know?
I like bringing him around. I mean, he did it for so long for me growing up, where he was the one buying us tickets to go see these artists that now I'm actually friends with in life, which is crazy to me. But now that I'm in a space where I will say. When I went and got my master's, he was like, I'll help you out financially.
Oh.
The trade-off, you get me tickets to shows. I was like, oh man, I'll see what I can do. But now I am in a spot where I can get him tickets to shows. And it's really cool to be able to give back. So that was like a huge point of why I wanted that specific tattoo. It's one of my favorite Cashed Out songs, but it's also, he did so much for me. I wanted to give back. I wanted it in his handwriting. He's not even a fan of tattoos, and he did this for me. So it was just a really cool full circle moment to bring him to that show specifically.
Tell you what, family is so important and everything, and it's really cool that your dad's here. And once again, next time we go to a show, we'll have a chicken fight. I'll put my dad on my shoulder, you put yours, and my dad might be a little bit older than yours, right?
I don't know. They might be able to do it.
Yeah, we can go for it. We could do it, or maybe we could jump on their shoulders, and I could use a good ass kicking. I could use a good ass kicking, to be honest with you, and everything. Yeah, that's unbelievable. Yeah.
Wheelchair.
Oh,
good stuff, man. I love you, Dad. He's a comedian too. You know?
Oh yeah, he's a riot.
Yeah. Speaking of the Cashed Out, let me tell you, and that's where I got my first experience in Bonita Springs. It was 2 months ago. My first experience at Bonita Springs Sugarshack Sessions. The bar, the restaurant, what a beautiful place. And it's funny, though, I was waiting in line to get in there. I was with Julie and Mike, of course.
Love them.
And, yeah, we're going to talk about them in a second because they wanted to be talked about. Yeah.
Good.
But there was all the hostess that were in the front. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of messed. I had a cocktail or two. And I'm like, hey, do you know Marina? Do you know Marina? Do you know Marina Kelley? All of them. Oh, my God, I love her. She's so awesome. Oh, my God. Oh, she's so beautiful. The whole staff. I'm like, whoa. So that's when I sent you the message and everything. So, yeah, that place is outstanding. I mean, I can't even explain it. The whole ambience in there and everything. Can you please tell you're so heavily affiliated with the Sugarshack Sessions. Please tell everybody about the ambience in that place, the music, the merch, and everything, the food.
Totally. Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. We over at Sugarshack Sessions, where it's the OG Sugar Shack, when you do an experience, you have a meal by Chef Greg, you have an open bar from Chartreuse, you have merch, and Phil is manning it. You get the ability to meander around, meet everybody, and it's just this really cool small spot. I mean, it's as big as the studio, you know. It's not very large, so you feel like family there. So that was the intent with Sugar Shack downtown, of being able to have a restaurant bar venue that still felt like you had that I'm home feeling, and I'm comfortable here, and I know everybody, and so all the pictures and just the way that it looks, the ambiance to it, like you said, it has that feeling like, oh man, I'm here at Sugar Shack and I'm with family and friends.
Oh, I was just dying. I couldn't wait to get down there and check it out. And I had maybe a 5 out of 5, maybe 10 out of 5 star experience. And like you just said, I mean, the stage setup, let me tell you, you would probably know more than anybody in the world that how they create the atmosphere at a venue with the setup, everything, even the lighting, even the sound check means everything. And would you say that Sugar Shack does 100% job with that?
Oh my gosh, I can praise those boys all day long. I think what they're doing and how they do it is just absolutely top tier. I've never seen anybody do it quite like they have, and I think they've really, over the years, I mean, they've been doing this since 2014. They've really nailed it. They are locked in, and you can tell. I mean, like you said, it sounds phenomenal. It looks phenomenal. So it's a true experience to be able to be there.
Oh my God! I'm going to be looking on my schedule all the time to see when even I don't care, even that polka band, if they're playing at the Sugar Shack, I'm going to go check them out.
There's live music every day at Sugar Shack downtown, every single day.
I know that they have a link on there. Okay, and you could actually watch. I know on Tuesday,
the live stream.
Yeah, it's a live stream. The local band, More Better Band, with Ricky and all them. I know that they're in the finals on Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh, they're killing it.
Yeah.
I hope the best for them. They're fabulous.
And now they're in the finals. I've been watching on the link, and I'm very, very happy with them. I've been happily affiliated with a lot of the guys in 561. I made really good friends with Emily of Mad Mellow.
Yeah, I love Emily.
She was telling me that she wants to meet you.
She knows me.
Oh, she does. Okay. Sorry, Emily, you know my ADD. Okay?
This might have been a while back.
Yeah, it's
but
the
I do know
eyebrows.
Emily.
Yeah, the eyebrows got in my way a little bit. I kind of messed up on that one. But yeah, just a wholesome woman and a wholesome band and everything. So I wish them guys all the luck. And it's just such a great thing to see these guys thrive in all these other bands. And you can't make out to Sugarshack Sessions for any kind of these performances. Just watch it live right there at YouTube. And you got to go down there. Let me tell you. And let me tell you what is the number one mascot for Sugarshack?
Poor boy Nomeo. I got that fang on me.
Yeah.
We made keychains, brought him up to Reggae Rise Up Vegas, and that was a new one for me. I have a mini Nomeo. I've been trying to get my own hands on a Glomeo. Pretty
Oh,
sick.
the white one that lights up.
Yeah, it's a lamp. Oh,
Yeah, those things
unreal.
are awesome. Oh my god.
But for now, I've been rocking my keychain Nomeo. Just hold on to it like a
It's
little like
beautiful. I gotta
rabbit's
get one
foot
of
for
those.
good luck.
And they have ones. They got big
Oh
ones.
my gosh, we got
right?
the big. So I ran into Julie at Reggae Rise Up Vegas,
No
and
way!
there was no mic, and there was no Nomeo replica.
He was working.
because
I
he's
talked to him.
He's a
Yeah.
bitch to travel with. I'll be real. We couldn't even bring big ones either because it was too much of a hassle to try and get them up there. So I understand why they didn't. But I saw Julie, and she was Nomeo-less, which is like unheard of. Who runs into Julie or Mike without a Nomeo? It just doesn't make sense. It's off-putting, actually.
Yeah.
So I took my Nomeo off my belt loop, and I gave it to Julie. And then I just got myself a new one. But I was like, there we go. That's the Julie that we all know and love. I felt better. I got to take a deep breath and relax after that moment.
Julie and Mike are really good friends. Of course, they're probably going to love us for talking about them and everything. I met Julie and Mike probably about 2 years ago. Getting my life back together. I was getting out of an engagement. And so I was going to shows by myself all the time. And next thing you know, Julie and Mike came up to me like, hey, we see you all the time. Hang out with us. And I'm like,
Yeah.
thanks, guys. I love you, man.
They
And
did
we
the
just-
same for me.
They did?
Yeah. Because I also, when I moved back here, I was going to shows alone as well. And I was like, well, just because somebody's not going with me doesn't mean I shouldn't go. So me being the bubbly, extroverted person that I am, I was like, I'll make friends. I'm just going to go. And, that's how I met you. That's how I met Cam. That's how I met Mike and Julie. And a lot of these rail riders that we see at every show, and they've become my family. I now know that if nobody's going with me to a show, I'm going to see my friends there. I'm going to know
too.
at least 10 people there that I'm going to be hanging out with.
I met
so
so many people too over the last 2 years. A whole
Right.
new set of friends, and
Yeah.
I'm loving it. And Julie and Mike, they're fantastic. I went to Reggae Rise Up with them in St. Petersburg. Not last year. I think it was in 2024. Yeah, 2024. And I'm like, guys, can I hang out with you? Because you guys are the masters at the rail and how to get to the rail. They know everything. They had they had everything on a card. We got to be here at this one place. We got to be on the rail at 5 o'clock. Then we got to go here. It was like a Disney World.
they
I don't
got
know,
that
like you're taking a
mapped
tour.
out.
Everything. And I'm like, these guys knew what they were doing. I mean, they were professionals. All right, Joe, get over there. Get that spot. Hold it. Okay, we got to leave in 10 minutes. Okay, they're starting. We're going to go ahead and venture through this little maze. We're going to go through the bushes. We're going to go through the water. And we're going to take a rope. We're going to swing over the mud. I mean, professionals. So when I was with them in the front, all of a sudden Mike disappears. Okay, at that point, I've seen you a few times on the merch table, hugs and shaking hands, talking and everything. So Mike disappears. And next thing you know it, and this is new. This is when these first came out. He walks out with the big Nomi right there.
Oh, yeah.
Huge. And I didn't know.
He bought the big one.
Yeah, nobody knew what that was at the time. It was new. And I'm like, bro, what the hell is that thing? He goes, yeah, man, it's just came out a while ago. It's a gnome. It's about this. It was huge. And I'm like, okay. He gave me the amount of money, how much it was. And I was like, whoa, you spent that money for that? And I'm like,
You're
okay,
damn
I
right.
guess if you like it, that's cool. And now, what does he do with that thing? Tell everybody.
I know that Mike is at a show when I see pictures of the show, and front row is Mike holding up his Nomeo, who he's had countless different members of bands sign at this point. I think that thing is just covered in signatures from some really iconic people. And I mean, he brings Nomeo to all these festivals. He puts that little I forget his name. It's the guy that goes around with like the yarn braids and they're all cute. You wear them on your head or put them on your bag or something. And he'll dress up Nomeo. And so regardless of how Nomeo is dressed, I know it's Mike up there when I see a gnome front row at shows. He holds it up. It's like Sugar Shack and Mike go hand in hand at this point.
I think he's like he's a symbol, a symbol for the Sugar Shack.
Oh
that guy.
yeah, he's
gets
free
signatures.
marketing.
I hang out with him all the time at the shows because I want to be the cool kid. In
Right?
fact, I had a picture of me on Instagram. Mike and I, he's holding up the Nomeo,
Yeah.
doing that, and I'm kind of like pointing. It was on the main Sugar Shack page. I thought it was
We
awesome.
love it.
Oh yeah, but there's a rule with that. Okay, if you're gonna touch the Nomeo, you got to make sure you ask him. He'll
Yeah.
kick your ass.
There's
if
a
you
lot
just
of
pick-
signatures on there.
A lot of signatures. That thing is littered with signatures from top to bottom, but he loves it.
He loves it.
He loves bringing that thing, and I love it too, and I think everybody else loves it.
It like makes everyone's day to see Mike walking around with that iconic Nomeo specifically.
It is, and those are that's the merchandise that you're working with at the Sugar
Right.
Shack. I mean, it's not like you're selling candy bars or freaking
Right.
clothes or anything.
What
I mean,
is this?
at
An
the
ice
mall.
cream shop?
Yeah,
No,
like a
unfortunately, it's
depressing job or
not.
anything.
Sadly, we're a really cool music channel.
There you go. And that's better. I mean, because
Right.
you're doing something that you like. The merch. It goes
Right.
with your whole entire makeup for what Reggae Rock is about. So every time we see you behind that merch table, I think we all saw you in St. Petersburg, 95 degrees. It's hot and, sweaty and everything. And there you are with a smile. Would you like a T-shirt today? Would you like the Nomi? Would you like this and that? I mean, the products were coming off the shelf. People were just, and the reason why they're selling is because of you. So, I mean, what is, what is going on in your mind at that time? Like, I'm behind the booth. I got all this stuff. I got all these people coming in. What is the game plan for the merch day for Ms Marina? What do you do?
Well, I think it's definitely one of those things where when I'm doing merch for anybody, I'm so blessed to even be in a position where I can be doing merch for these people. And I care about them and their brand so much that I want to make sure that I'm doing the best possible job, really interacting with people in a way that's memorable, and really making sure that they're buying something that's meaningful to them. That makes me really happy. And just knowing that I'm helping support something that means a lot to me and to other people. I think the way that people look at merch is, oh, they're supporting by buying this, or they just thought it was really cool. But what it really is like you are becoming a part of that community. As soon as you buy that piece of merch, it's not just, oh, this is a t-shirt or a hat or a Nomeo. It's you are now a part of this community. And I think it's beautiful. I think it transcends anything else that I've done. That's why I love doing merch so much, because I care about these people and these brands so much.
Well, you got Julie and Mike. I mean, that shows you everything by them bringing that all around and everything like
Definitely.
that. And no, that's phenomenal. And you got to have people like that in the business, because if you have somebody at that merch table, they're kind of even remotely a little bit more quieter, a little bit more in a bad mood.
Yeah.
It doesn't go with it.
No, you really have to be a people person, and thank goodness I am one. I can yap to anybody about anything. And so when I have people that come into the booth and they want to talk or they're asking questions, I love it, because then I get to share just like how enthusiastic I am about doing what I'm doing and why I'm doing it.
Yeah, well, obviously, not just for me, but from everybody I talk to, you do an amazing job and everything, especially at the Reggae Rise Up shows.
Thank
I mean,
you.
you are part of the reggae, not St. Petersburg, but pretty much the whole entire country, which is I wanted to show you something.
Oh, geez.
Okay. Yeah, at Reggae Rise Up, I think you saw this. I got a lot of attention at St. Petersburg, and my
yeah.
client, she made me these shirts.
Oh,
There you
geez.
go.
What do we
So
got?
each day, I mean, I didn't go to day one. So this is day two.
Uh-huh.
Okay, day two.
Okay.
Day two. And, day two of the reggae. So I put the shirt on, the shorts, walking around. Day two, whatever. I was getting a lot of attention, just by wearing this. And then, of course, when day three hits, these shirts are a little wrinkly and maybe a little bit, they need to be bleached a little bit. And now we got day three.
Hell yeah.
Day three. Right, Cameron? Day three. Right, Dad? Day three, baby. And then, of course, the sad day, because it's going to be all over. We got day number 4.
Hell yeah.
Day number 4 for Reggae Rise Up St. Petersburg. I had a good time wearing that. I felt very part of it.
Yeah, you don't even have to think about your outfits at that point.
Yeah, just kind of throw the shirt on
Yeah.
and shorts. And I'm into Buddha pants now.
Oh,
And-
God, you look great in Buddha pants.
I do. Oh, sorry. Wait, this is the Marina Kelley show. What am I doing? I think next year I'm going to try to get, maybe you can help me out down the road. I would love to get like a Sugar Shack symbol on here or something like that. We'll talk about that
Totally. We
one
got
later
patches.
and everything. Yeah. But, it's all about having that fun. And I think people like you and the artists and all the merch and all the people that are working there, they make people want to do that. Dress up a little bit and
Just have some fun.
and just have a good time and everything like that. So it's nothing like just supporting it and everything. But yeah, it's amazing, man. Let me tell you. So yes, I mean, what you're doing, fantastic. And another unbelievable, probably one of the most inspiring, or actually one of the most funniest things that I look forward to. Monday mornings. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. It's Monday morning, 7 o'clock. Oh my God, it's time to go to work. This sucks. The weekend's over. Oh, I'm hurting. Oh my God. The best thing ever is open up that Instagram and it's Music Mondays, which is getting pretty popular right
Right?
now. And you open up with your little skit, okay, a funny little comedy skit, and then you get into the particular band. You have the mic, you have the table. Tell everybody about this Music Mondays because it's such a very powerful point for your career.
Oh man, it's definitely done a lot for me. It's got more reach and more pull than I thought it does. I've realized now that if I don't post Music Monday and like noon rolls around, that's when I start getting some text messages and DMs like, "Hey, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Why?" I was like, "Ah, you haven't posted Music Monday yet," so I just got a little worried. So now it's like, okay, well, I am very consistent with it, so I must remain. About 3 years ago, I started putting out just on like my Instagram story some songs that I liked that I thought other people would like, and I created a Spotify playlist for it. And this is my 3rd year doing it, so now it's definitely evolved to be a lot more than what it was, but it still is the basis of 3 songs that I'm jamming to that week. But to grab people's attention and because I'm silly, goofy, and fun, I do a funny little skit in the beginning and people eat it up. I'm trying to do some other segments on there as well. I even tried posting on days that are not Monday, and I don't want to do that. So only Mondays. But I'm now doing, I took a page out of your notebook. I now do these like little interview things. It's just one question. But those have been really cool. And then I also did one that I started on my own, where I'd be like, "I'm Marina Kelley, and these are parts of songs that just do it for me."
That's it. That's the Music Mondays.
And I did that just myself until I was like, "Ooh, I'm running out of parts of songs that do it for me." So at that point, I was friends with a handful of musicians, and Bianca, I think she was the second one to do it.
I saw that one.
And so that's a really old one that we kind of like reworkshopped and posted anew because I didn't used to post them as reels. I was just doing it as stories.
I mean, it's hilarious. Like
it's
you
so
think
fun.
it's like a 30-second skit,
Right.
That you make up these skits, and then all of a sudden you go right into the performer,
Right.
And you kind of clip right into the performer. Can I tell you my favorite Music
Please.
Mondays? This is the best one. Okay, is there kids listening? Or cover your ear? No, it's actually not that bad. Yeah, the best one, the Music Monday. I mean, I woke up at, I don't know, 8 o'clock. I had to go to work, long weekend, and this thing, I rolled out of bed with laughter. It just started my week. The one, I don't know exactly what you were saying, but
Fair
you were
enough.
like, da-da-da, you were sitting at your house and everything, and this is Marina Kelley, and you did like some kind of little funny skit. I can't remember what it was, and all of a sudden, at the end of it, like you were like, "Okay, now it's Music Mondays." Correct me if I'm wrong. It's Music Mondays, so now I got to show you my.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Okay, this one, sorry, Dad. I really wanted to bring back Rick Roll. It was a very funny meme from the early 2000s where you'd be watching a video and then it would just like Rick roll you. So I was like, I want to find a way to do a Music Monday intro where I do that. And this one, like even my dad thought it was funny, thank God. But my family watches these things and they're very used to the kind of human being that I am. So I got lucky on that front. But I went in front of the camera and I said, "You guys, Music Monday just isn't getting the views it deserves, so I guess I'm going to have to show you my..." And then I cut. And then I rickroll everybody. And that I thought was so funny because there's people that were probably watching that like, "There's no fucking way she's going to..." And then I didn't.
Damn it!
But people were like, I rewatched that intro just to really make sure. It's like, oh,
I mean,
like,
you gotta
it
do-
was so funny.
I mean, you were up to here. And right when it was, the higher was going, I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yes. All the guys were like, fine. And then right when it got to here, it went right into Neil Diamond and Barry Manilow. No. Another favorite one.
Miracle.
Yeah. Dad, you should have watched that one, man. Let me tell you, man. Mom would have smacked you for watching. No.
Oh, it was so funny. I couldn't help myself. Like, it's times like that where, like, I know it's gonna look a certain way.
It was very
but I don't take
wholesome,
myself
innocent.
seriously, and I don't think anybody else should be taking me seriously when it comes to Music Mondays either. So I'm really just out there having some fun. It's my hobby. I'm not monetizing it in any kind of way. It truly is just a way for me to share music with people that I'm really liking and be funny in the process because I am funny. So
Oh yeah, you
gotta
definitely
share
got,
that.
you make everybody laugh, especially that skit and everything. Not just that skit, but all of them. My second favorite one, once again, I don't really exactly can't remember the whole skit that you came up with, but there was a part right before you flipped over to the music, and also, oh my
Oh
God.
no.
And then you had like a, you had a bong, okay, and you know it was loaded, and you were like, okay, and all of a sudden, like you kind of light it, and you were like. And then you kind of look up like you weren't going to do it. And then all of a sudden it goes right into the... like, where the hell did you
Oh
come
my
up
gosh.
with this?
It was so hard to even post that one because as soon as I posted it, it was like against community guidelines. So I had to like crop it just enough to where like the audience could still tell that it was a bong.
Oh, yeah, you could tell it was, but it wasn't like sticking
But
out.
yeah, it wasn't just like in your face because once again, my family watches these things. So I never want to be like a bad look, but that one I did have fun with as well. It's just whatever comes to my mind that I think is silly and goofy and fun. I'm like, oh, let's do it. And if it includes other people, then like awesome, I can put some other people in there
It is.
too.
Like, what do you... Okay, you do your skit. Like, do you send it or you get in touch with one of the musicians out there saying, hey, I want you to be part... How does that
So that's
work?
the funny part for parts of songs that just do it for me. I'm giving these people a list of what I want from them. So I'm telling them, send me over an intro that says, hi, I'm drumming with Cam, and these are parts of songs that just do it for me. And then I need a picture because it's going to be on your feed, just like it's going to be on
Yeah.
mine, for the reel. And then you're going to give me 5 to 6 parts of songs that do it for you. And I'm clipping it all together, but they're the ones making their intros. So I don't have to do anything really but make the video come the end for parts of songs that just do it for me. So I have a little more creative control with Music Monday, the playlist that I make, than I do with parts of songs that just do it for me. But I mean, I don't know if you saw Joey's.
Yeah, I
his
saw
blew me out of the water.
Joey C. I saw that one.
The Disney intro. Oh my
Yeah.
God, that was good. So it's like, and he made that. I didn't make that. I'm not that good at editing, you know?
Yeah, I'll
like
tell you what, Joey's a great guy. I mean, he's a riot too, man.
Yeah.
He's pretty funny and everything. Well,
Joey
you gotta
Calderheyo.
keep doing those. Yeah. Oh my God, I did a little interview with him too. I got some good noticeability.
he's the
but
man.
He's a great guy and everything. But you know, please don't stop making those Music Mondays. We need
No,
them. Like I was
definitely.
telling you guys, I used to do something on Facebook a long time ago called Handsome Fridays.
Yeah.
I would embarrass myself. I'd do a little stupid skit. Oh, look at my beautiful hair today. You know, but I would rhyme about it and I would maybe kind of choreograph it a little bit. And then I would write on Facebook like a little poem about how good looking I am and everything. Now, remember, I'm being very wholesome. I don't have an ego. I don't know. Yeah. Do I have an ego?
Dad?
Yeah, I kind of do.
all right.
Yeah, but I would do a skit and I would put up every Friday like you would
Yeah.
and everything. And it would get tons and tons of hit. But I'm no longer on Facebook. That's a different story.
Fair enough, man. I mean, that's the thing is people keep telling me like, oh, you need to be like an influencer or a creator and do all this TikTok stuff. And it's like, hey man, first off, I don't know the first thing on how to do that. Second, that's really not the goal. I'm not here to go viral and blow up. It's like I said, this is my hobby and I'm just having some fun doing it. And if people want to be a part of it, amazing.
Yeah, well, let me tell you. I mean, the quicker and more viral you go, the faster you're going to crash.
Right.
You know, and I think it's I don't even have Facebook. I just have the music Instagram that I
Yeah.
do. And I started doing the YouTube. That's a very good features on there. My personal life, I like to kind of keep it a little bit under.
Right.
I don't want anybody to know about my family and everything, which are great. So it's always good to stick to the one subject and everything like that. And I think marketing yourself very, very slowly
Yeah.
is the way to go, because the faster you market it and the more viral you go, there's a chance you're probably going to drag in some more
And I
band
think
members.
something that's really cool for the two of us specifically, and maybe Cam as well has noticed this, but because we're so physically out there in the community, people don't just know us from social media and what we put out there and what we post. People know us as individuals, as people out there in the real world, people that you can talk to and hang out with and hit a show with or grab a bite with. And it's almost a little easier for us in our realm with the type of people that we are to get that kind of reach on social media and get those supporters and those fans and the engagement because we actually interact with these people in the real world, and we're like genuinely friends with them.
Oh my God, yeah. I'll go to a show and then some of the band guys will come out. Hey, Joe, what's going on,
Right.
man? Hey, come back. Here's your beer. I went to see Brothers Within up in Daytona
Uh-huh.
at the Roof. And, I bought a ticket right when I walked up. Johnny's like, hey, Joe. And he puts a VIP thing right around my
Beautiful.
head. And he gives me like a beer drink and everything like that. Once again, it's knowing these guys. I always call Johnny. Maybe like once every 4 weeks.
Mhm.
I have to troll him a little bit. And I'll pick up the phone. I'll leave a message. I'm like, this is Joe right now. Get your keyboard on your back right now. Get on the beach and do your sprints right now. What are you doing? Don't be getting lazy on me. After that, I want you to do 20 push-ups. And then I want so I do that to him all the
That's
time. And he
amazing.
just small town, surf town
Right.
up in Smyrna Beach.
Mhm.
And small town, laid back surf town. And here we go, the loud Italian and Miami, Fort Lauderdale. So we get a definitely good kick out of it. But you're absolutely right. I mean, these people are nothing but awesome friends, and the music Mondays have to keep going and all that.
Definitely.
But fantastic. But another thing I would love to mention to everybody, I understand and just learned just recently that you also do music management too for some artists.
Yeah, so that was something that when I was going to Full Sail, that's mainly what I wanted to study most was how to become an artist manager. And I've been blessed that when I moved back here, I was always a fan of Sierra Lane. I always thought she was just the coolest, cutest thing ever. And I wanted to be friends with her, but more so, I wanted to see what her management was looking like because I knew that she was stepping away from doing Sierra Lane and moving into this new avenue where she was creating a band called Daylily. And I got to see them kick ass live, and I was like, that is something that I want to get myself involved in some way. And so I was talking with her, and just within time of us getting closer and having that same vision and really being on the same page about what she wanted and what I saw I can help with, the two of us, we kind of realized like, we're a really good duo. Where I know a lot of business stuff that maybe you don't have the time to take care of. And I don't know a lot of I didn't know what a stage plot was until Sierra taught me and showed me theirs and how it works. And so we team up on things in a way where she was like, you know what? Why don't you manage us? And it'll be low stakes because we're friends and we're helping each other and we're learning and growing together.
So you're working, of course, with Sierra Lane. And Daylily, are you working with the band Daylily?
So I'm managing Daylily.
Oh, that is awesome. I mean, I
Yeah.
saw some promos that they were opening a few times in Jupiter, but I couldn't actually go out there and see them. But yeah, I definitely would agree. Sierra Lane, she's one heck of an
Oh,
artist.
yeah.
That voice, she starts singing, man, and you just go into an out-of-body, beautiful experience. So
It's like
relaxing.
ethereal.
Yeah, very earthy, very soothing, very
Yeah.
beautiful. I love that song, Deep Dive.
Yeah.
Great song.
fabulous
and the one
song.
that she did with Lot 49, Malibu. Yeah, she kind of did, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, Lot 49 and Sierra Lane song Malibu. Very, very nice, but she's a hell of an artist, very beautiful, very talented and everything. And how long you been working with her in the band?
Well, I moved back a couple years ago and I was getting closer to Matt, who runs the sound over and like just the music in general over at Guanabanas. And he had me do this event for him. It was a festival over in Tequesta and it's called Bridge the Gap. And he kind of had me in charge of the artist, and that's how I got close with her specifically. Daylily was on the bill for that, and so was like the Resolvers, and so I got close with them that day too. But that was when me and her really hit it off, and I got to see Daylily, perform live, and it was an absolute game changer. Like that, we've been attached to the hip ever since.
That's fantastic. I mean, she's one of a kind, unbelievable talent. And my opinion, I kind of collaborate and get that band set up and everything. I think they're going to go ahead and kind of go far. Are you looking to maybe manage any other bands or anything like that in the future? Or are you just kind of seeing what's out there?
Potentially. I think it's one of those things where I'd really want to be able to put the time, energy, and effort into those people appropriately. And I think right now my focus is a little bit more on wanting to tour manage before specifically getting into management. Because right now it's a little easy with Daylily because they make it easy. They're
Yeah.
so awesome to work with, and they're super knowledgeable. So there's not too much that they really need me for, and the things that they do are things that I don't mind doing, and I'm very capable. So I think for now I'm looking into merch managing and tour managing a little bit more than I am looking into managing other bands.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, you got the experience. Once again, your voice and your knowledge and everything will take you very, very far. Well, I hope it all works out with Daylily and all that. I haven't seen them. I've seen Sierra Lane a couple of times
Hmm.
and blown away, of course. But hopefully, I get to see the whole group perform and everything. But
Definitely.
yeah, fantastic. Now, Marina, do you have any like hobbies or not just the music? Any other hobbies you like to do when you're not really
Oh
promoting and
man.
everything? Or
Oh, Joe, I think I've lost all of my hobbies in recent years. That's why I really do put a lot of energy into Music Monday because I feel like that is the one hobby creatively that I'm able to get that outlet from. Other than that, I want to be outside. I want to be at a show with my friends. I want to be doing dinner with my friends. I want to be out at the beach on the boat, going on vacation with my family. Like I think just quality time with people that mean a lot to me, that is what I put my free time into. Less than like a maybe drawing or playing an instrument or something like that. Um, I think like the hobby that I have that's in solitude is literally just editing my videos and having fun doing that. Outside of
you
that,
said the
not
key
too
word
much anymore.
fun at the time and everything. So it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're having a fun time
Yeah,
doing the management and the editing and the music, that is definitely a hobby, I can
right.
say. I mean, mine, I'm a little bit older than you. And, my hobbies are, obviously I like to, participate and help. But yeah, same thing as you. I love going to venues.
Hmm.
Once again, not to make a fool out of myself, but just to be around the energy,
Yeah,
the good energy, and meeting a whole bunch of new people and everything. And,
definitely.
sometimes I got my friends down there like, Joe, let's go to tonight. There is nothing wrong with jazz bars. I'll be like, let's go to the jazz bar, and then we're going to go to the boat show, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to the mall. And I'm like, no, that sucks. That sucks. I want to dance. I want to
Right,
dance. Let's go. Let's
right.
go.
Let's go.
Well,
I'm with you.
fantastic. Awesome, man. And Marina, you were mentioning too, are you, other than Sugar Shack, are you affiliated with anybody else or any other promotion companies or?
At the moment, not specifically, outside of just like one-offs. Just because again, it goes back to that ice cream shop. I want to try all the flavors. I want to move around. I want to do a bunch of different things. So I am blessed that I have the people in my life that are giving me these opportunities to do different things with different people. Especially while I'm young, like let's try it all. Let's do everything, and then I can get settled on something specifically. But um, I was working with AEG for a little bit. I've been working with Sugar Shack for a while. Outside of that, I think it's really just like independent things, like I'm my own contractor, if you will. So just freelancing things, I think has been the most exciting part of life
Well,
these
you're off to a
days.
good start. You're 26 years old and you already got this rapport going on right now. I
Right.
mean, the sky's the limit. I'm very optimistic that I'm sure in the next few years you'll be even, becoming a lot more recognizable, not just in the state, but maybe regionally and throughout the
Yeah.
country and everything. I definitely see that happening with you and all that. Well, fantastic. Well, Marina, man, let me tell you, it was just so nice talking to you. Do you have any, maybe promotions you want to get out there? Oh, forgot one more thing before we close it out. Oh, we got a special event for you guys in a second here, okay? So stay tuned.
Oh no.
All right, but anyway, okay, we got to make sure this is for guidelines. Okay, but anyway, where are we gonna see maybe the next 3 or 4 weeks or the next month? Where are we gonna see Miss Marina Kelley present? What show are you gonna be at? Tell the
Oh
world so
goodness
we all
me.
follow you.
Um, Now I'm gonna feel old at 26. I gotta whip out the old calendar, Joe. I gotta whip
Hit it
out the
up, baby.
calendar.
Let's go.
I don't want to forget nothing. All right, all right. Oh, week from today, Drifting Roots.
I'll be there.
Gotta go to Drifting Roots,
I
right?
have
mean,
VIP
that's like
for
one
that.
of Anna's. Be real.
I got VIP, baby.
So definitely that. Me and Sierra are gonna go see Turnstile in Orlando next week as well. Or no, that's 2 weeks. That's the 19th. Treehouse.
And Terra
Maybe?
Firmata.
Yeah, is that
I'll
what
be
it
there
is?
too.
I only have Treehouse written down.
Treehouse Terra Firmata.
So,
Sunday night.
there we go.
Sunday night. I love those
Perfect.
guys. I'll be there.
Oh, and then a really fun one on the 25th. Daylily is Monty. Let's start from the top. Monty, who is in the band, it's called Succulent Productions. He's got his whole production, everything, producing, and he throws a killer Halloween party every year. So on the 25th, at his place in Lake Worth, it's a huge house. They have like a tennis court that they put this on. Like it's him and 4 roommates, so they have this really sick big house. But Daylily is on the bill, along with a lot of local legends. So I think that's going to be a killer show if you guys are able to do that on the 25th. I'll send over the information. Absolutely.
Please do.
That'll be a super fun one.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's so good, man. You know, once again, it's so inspirational and so exciting for all of us to really see you at events, not just at events, but just around and everything like that. You know, you put out the good energy and the good vibes. We always say that your people will always find you.
Oh, yeah.
If you're out looking for your people, you ain't gonna find them, but your people are gonna be radiating towards you, and you provide that entity for everybody. And you know, I think this whole entire music scene, that's what's going on with it, man. You know, everybody's just radiating towards each other.
Mm-hmm.
Before I wanted to actually quickly talk about since 2018, 2019, this explosion of reggae roots in the state of Florida.
Oh, yeah.
It just came out of nowhere. 2018, 2019, boom.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we all know it started in California, Sublime and all
Right.
that, late 90s and all that. And all of a sudden, Florida took it.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, man. I'm not sure if I know the why, but I have to say, I mean, I think it was a time where a lot of people around here wanted something new and fresh, and I think Florida is such a hub for people who love reggae music. So even hearing just some newer bands, like I found Cashed Out in 2018, 2019 era. So the fact that, you know, I've now been able to work alongside them and really befriend them and have a tattoo on my arm of one of their lyrics, like they really blew up during that time as well. I think it was just a perfect time for people to consume something new and fresh, and we got a lot of that during that time.
It just blew up out of everywhere. I'm like, who are these guys? They're Boynton Beach. They're from Orlando. We got to get it down to Miami. You know, Miami's
Yeah.
all salsa, house
Well,
music.
y'all have
which
the
is fun.
Resolvers.
Yeah, Resolvers Pompano Beach. That's true. That's true and everything. But yeah, it's unbelievable. I always like to use Article Sound System as an example.
Yeah,
Because
over in Delray.
Delray Beach. They're from Delray Beach. I'll never forget at Sunfest. It was, it was like 2016. I was at Sunfest. At the time, I was with my girlfriend, and we're just kind of all of a sudden, this massive thunderstorm came out of nowhere, and everybody had to go into this little shack. It was like no bigger than this place here. It was like a shack. There was like a garden tool on the wall. There was like a weed whacker over there, and there was like a little bartender giving draft beers out. And on stage, it was Oracle Sound System. Nobody knew who they were.
Wow.
And I'm sitting there like, man, these guys are rocking that. You know, Miss Logan, she's just sitting there
She's
doing
incredible.
dude, that girl's energetic as crazy.
Mhm.
Great dancer, performer. But all of a sudden, she's doing her thing. The band is playing. I'm like, these guys are freaking amazing, man. And some guy was like, yeah, some new band name, Article Sound System. You know, they're very good. And all of a sudden, they just start climbing the ladder.
Mhm.
Climbing the ladder.
Even my parents are big fans of theirs. They bought me the I Heart Ass shirt. They did it.
Wow. Yeah.
I wear that thing proud.
Yeah, and keep wearing it. They're just amazing. And now they're doing, you know, they started in a little small town in a garden shack, and now they are
Right.
touring everywhere.
Oh, they're amazing. They deserve it.
Oh, I can't wait till I see them in, I think, November in Fort Lauderdale, finally. Something coming down. So
Yeah,
I got
I'll be
tickets
there.
for them. Oh, cool.
I'll be
You going
there.
to bring your dad?
I am bringing my dad.
Dad, come on, let's go. Let's go, baby. Bring the barn theater down. Get the bus and stack everybody in and take a field trip down south. Cameron will drive.
Ready.
Yeah.
That'll be sick. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'll be there at that one, man. When she starts singing, and I'm like, you know, I turn into like a 13-year-old boy crush. I'm like, Logan.
Someone tries talking to Joe while she's singing. He's like, shh.
Just mesmerized, yeah, but just a talented man.
Quiet.
Yeah. She's wholesome, organic, and everything.
Oh
So
yeah.
I just wish that band so much luck, and I'm so happy to be well, not involved, but actually watching it at shows on social media, just watching them thrive and everything. And yeah, I wish them luck, and I want to say a beautiful shout out. Okay, we know her very, very well. Okay, I never met her in person. So Miss Lyric up in California, Lyric Muncie.
Oh yeah.
Tell her more about Lyric.
Oh my gosh, I love Lyric with all of my heart. I can talk all day about her. Oddly enough, I also haven't even met her in person. We talk on the phone all the time. I mean, she has become a massive role model for me. Specifically, I mean, the way that she goes about artist management, I think is incredible, and I have a lot to learn from her. That's for sure. She's just so skilled at what she does. She's such a badass woman. She takes no shit. She's the type of woman that I hope that I can grow up to be, and she's really not all that much older than me. So it is really attainable, and it is something that, like I said earlier today, like it's seeing somebody like her in the spot that she's in, doing what she's doing is so encouraging for
Yeah,
somebody
she's
like
the
me.
manager for a great band, Lot 49,
Oh
which
yeah.
I love. And I think she works with Schwazi, right?
She
Or
was working with Swayze for a little
Swayze,
bit. I
Swayze.
mean, she's worked with a handful of people at this point. I think she's managing three different bands at the moment. But I had met her when she was working with Lot 49. That was my first introduction to her. I'd met the boys through Joey, and they were like, "You would love Lyric Muncie, our manager," and they put me in contact with her, and we've been friends ever since.
Oh, she's a great woman. I just connected with her on Instagram. No, I was looking for her. I mean, we just kind of connected, and I'm like,
Hmm.
oh, this girl, seems like a very cool band manager. I like Lot
Super
49.
knowledgeable.
Yeah, I became friends with her too, but not necessarily on the phone, just through Instagram,
Yeah.
some voice messages back and forth, and she's helped me out a lot too.
Yeah.
She has. She's like, Joe, this is what you're gonna want to do this field interview. You got to do this,
Hmm.
and you want to go ahead and say something like that, and she gives me a lot of encouragement. In fact, she was
Yeah.
kind of helping me with some of the outfits for these.
Hell
I
yeah.
think I asked you one time.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, she's got great taste. Anything she says, I take it like the word of God. She's fabulous.
Oh, she's fantastic. Beautiful woman too.
Oh
Very,
my
very
gosh,
beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah, I like watching her stuff, her content on
Yeah, she makes
Instagram,
great
and
videos.
she's an amazing woman. Sincere, very nice from what I see, and she kind of gave me a little. I kind of messaged her, or we were messaging a second ago, or before the whole podcast, and she was like, "I love Marina."
Oh,
And I just wish I could meet her in person one day. I hope I can meet you guys.
the feeling's so mutual.
Yeah, she's all the way up there in North California,
Yeah,
and we're down here in Florida. So I'm like,
quite the hike.
I felt so bad for her though. 2 years ago, Lot 49 came down here.
Hmm.
Terra
That was
Firmata.
when I met them.
That's when you met them.
That's when I met them.
Oh, I went to the show, but
It
it
was
was raining.
raining.
It sucked. It was raining. I mean, here is Lot 49 from California.
Oh,
They're
I
doing.
was wearing my corduroy Sugar Shack hat, and I was like, I do not want to get the sweat, but I don't care. Ryan from Lot 49 is right there, and I am going to meet him. And I just did it. I went out in the rain. We were like huddling over by that, like the blue merch
Yeah.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were like right over there, and we were talking it up. And that's when he told me to get in contact with Lyric, and like it was
Oh,
just like we'd been
wow.
friends ever since. Me and that band go back
Yeah,
to that
good,
day.
humble people. I always comment there. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed. I was hoping that, obviously if it wasn't raining, it would have been a full house.
Definitely.
But
Oh,
hopefully
but
they
they
come back down.
sounded phenomenal. Even the fact that they had to have tarps over the speakers and everything, sometimes that muffles the sound. They sounded amazing. I was really, really shocked and impressed with the quality of their
I
sound
like
that
that
night.
song they did with Cashed Out.
They've got a lot of good music. I don't even know if I can pick a favorite. I'd have a handful.
Yeah, it goes on and on, man. Well, anyway, Lyric, we are giving you a lot of love in California. We love you, and all the awesome artists and bands in California has influenced Florida to become what we are, and hopefully this continues. This movement of organic and wholesome music just spreads. We don't want the mainstream. Let's go wholesome and organic. Well, guys, I promised you that there's going to be a special feature
Oh, geez.
at the end of this podcast, okay? So obviously, Marina, give him a little bicep flex, yeah. She's looking pretty good, but obviously now when you look at me, I got the guns. So
I don't even know how we got through the door frame.
I know that you and we always joke with each other.
We
okay?
do.
I'll kick your ass. No, I'll kick your ass. Let's go. Let's go.
Joe would obviously win.
That's it. We are going to settle the score right now here
Yes.
in this freaking room.
Let's go.
Right now, we're going to turn this place into Jerry Springer.
Oh, jeez.
Let's go.
I
Let's
don't
go.
think you're ready, Joe.
Jerry Springer time. Okay. All right. Here we go. You're going down, kid. Oh, my God. I'm dead. All right. Here we go.
Are you ready? Oh, gross. Dude, that's your old. All right.
Let's go.
Ready?
All right.
3, 2.
Whoa.
You're bending.
You ready?
Okay, here we go. Okay, wait. Okay, here we go. Cameron, start us.
3, 2, 1,
Come on,
go.
you ain't nothing. Come on.
Go.
What you
Go.
got? You ain't
Go.
nothing. Come on.
Go.
Come on.
embarrassed
Let's
you.
go.
Oh my God. No.
If you let me win, I'll be pissed.
No,
Get it.
I'm gonna win this shit. Come on, let's
Come on,
go.
Marina.
Look
Let's
at it. You see it? Is the
Come
camera
on.
getting it?
Get
Come
it,
on.
Marina.
Let's go, baby. Look at this. She ain't nothing. She. Ah!
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Well, anyway, guys.
Perfect.
We want to say thank you so much. I got my ass kicked. I could use a good ass kicking, to be honest with you.
That was awesome. I loved that.
We really appreciate you guys tuning in to episode number 5 with Ms Marina Kelley. And Marina, do you have an Instagram page you would like to shout
I
out to
do.
anybody?
You can find me at Marina Kelley _ That's Marina Kelley KELLEY
One
_
more time for the world.
Marina Kelley _
Okay. And you guys can follow me at Sound Vibes Live on Instagram. Okay, and I have a new YouTube channel. Why am I so kneeling to you? What the hell?
I don't know. I'm like comfy in my chair right now.
Okay.
I think it's just because I'm a big winner.
Oh, God. We got to get her out of here, man. Yeah, but thank you guys for joining into this podcast, and we really appreciate you. And I want to remind everybody to always, always live in the present right now. Not a second ago, not a second in the future. Live in the present. Never live in the past. Never live in the future, because we don't know what's going to happen in the future. The past, you can't do anything. We're here. We are smiling right now. That's how we feel. Guys, thank you so much. God bless. Marina, would you like to say goodbye to anybody since you're the world champion again?
Oh my gosh, where do I even start? I'll leave it with what my Papa Johnny always says. Power to the people. Rock on, stay humble. Love you guys. Thank you so much.
All right, let's go. Get them in here. Ready? Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Break! That's a wrap.